Well, I was talking with my dad one day actually, and I knew that I had wanted to do something to raise awareness around mental health and mental illness and to try and eliminate the stigma that there is. And we decided to do a basketball tournament, and I thought it was really important to me to do something around sports and basketball, because with basketball it was a way for me to honor Tori's legacy, my friend that passed away. My name is Paige Hamann. I had a friend who I played basketball with, and she dealt with anxiety from when she was a kid, and it was very difficult for her. And she ended up committing suicide when she was 17. So after I found out that Tori had committed suicide, I was actually at school, and my mom and my guidance counselor pulled me aside to tell me, and I was just absolutely devastated and shocked, and I just went numb. I didn't really know how to react to something like that. We're traveling, we were in Washington, and I would have panic attacks during games because I felt like I wasn't good enough on the court and I wasn't good enough as a person to be alive. And so I just kept thinking, how am I supposed to play basketball if I don't even want to be alive? And then so that night we traveled to Langley, BC, and I don't know what happened. I just couldn't really handle it anymore, and I went and sat in my bathroom for probably 2 hours. I really just contemplated suicide, and I was gonna kill myself in the hotel bathroom, but instead I reached out to a coach that I had been with for a few years, and we went on a walk, and she calmed me down and she reassured me and told me that the things I needed to hear. And I think that instead of reaching out in that moment saved my life 100%. And after I had talked about my story and I shared on the media and everybody heard about my fundraiser, I had so many students and friends from my school come up and talk to me and ask for advice and help on what they should do because they were struggling too. The fundraiser I ran was called Mike-ins for Mental Health, and a Mike-in is a shot in basketball, and so it was a little play on words there. And so we had reached out to sponsors around the city, and they had donated a pledge amount per made basket at a shooting competition at halftime, so we were able to raise around $5,000. So this May I went to Saskatoon and I did a conference called Now in My Day that was run by Sask Advocate. And it was entirely youth-led, which was pretty cool because it really gave us all a chance to share our stories and let the adults sit back and listen to what we think needs to change. They wanted me to focus on sports and how athletics can impact and benefit your mental health. I'm planning on making a video with a friend of mine similar to the Bell Let's Talk video, but with a bunch of familiar faces around the university and the city and a bunch of public schools in Regina, and then we'll share that on social media. And I think that will just help people to realize that all these people that they know do care about them and do understand what they're going through and want them to reach help. The biggest thing people can do is really just talk about it. I think that there's so many programs we're putting on and so many campaigns and fundraisers, but I think the absolute best thing we can do is just talk about it and share our stories and let people know that they're not alone and that we have felt that way too. And a big thing is, I think, in our classrooms, that's what we need to do. We all just need to sit in a circle and share our stories and cry a little and be vulnerable and let people know that it's okay to be vulnerable and that's strength and it's not being weak at all.